You didn't decide to stop talking, it just started feeling pointless. Not because you had nothing to say, because every time you spoke something got lost, twisted, used against you, so you learned to keep it inside. That's the part most people don't talk about. From the outside it looks like withdrawal, coldness, the silent treatment. People assume you're avoiding the conversation or worse, that you don't care. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The silence isn't empty. It's full. Full of sentences you never sent, explanations you rehearsed and deleted, arguments you had entirely inside your own head while staring at a wall. You're not choosing to shut down. Your nervous system made that decision long before you walked into the room. There's a contradiction most people live with but rarely admit. The same person who goes completely silent during conflict is often the one who thinks the most. The one who replays conversations hours after they end. The one who can articulate exactly what they're feeling to themselves. But the gap between the inner world and the outer one doesn't close on command. Because speaking requires more than clarity. It requires safety. And somewhere along the way, safety got taken off the table. Maybe it was childhood. A house where crying made things worse. Where anger was punished and sadness was ignored. Where you learned, without anyone ever saying it, that your feelings were inconvenient. Maybe it was a relationship, the kind where you explained yourself and got gaslit in return, where your words were collected like evidence and used against you later. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe your brain was just wired to process internally, to sort through the chaos before letting anything out. Whatever the origin, the result is the same. You go quiet, not because you're weak, not because you're cold, because silence became the only strategy that didn't make things worse. But something changed slowly and then all at once. The strategy that kept you safe started keeping you alone. You can feel it. The distance that silence creates. The way people stop asking what's wrong. The way you become unreadable, not mysterious, just unreachable. There's something else underneath it, a quieter layer. Going quiet isn't a defect. It's proof that your emotional system works exactly as it was trained to. Protection first. Expression only when it's safe. The goal isn't to become louder. It's to recognize the difference between silence you chose and silence that chose you. And maybe, one day, to find someone who doesn't need you to fill the quiet. Someone who understands that your silence isn't rejection. It's just the sound of someone who learned, too early and too well, that words can hurt more than staying still.